So where do I think we're going to go, and what does that mean for carbon capture and storage? I can see movement. I've tried to describe it. In the United States, you probably have been listening to the State of the Union message of yesterday. President Obama was majoring on the economy and on healthcare, but he was underlining his determination on climate change. I do believe the United States will submit its 17% targets for 2005 to 2020 cuts by next Sunday. Now that's a prediction which will very quickly be falsified or not. But I believe that the United States will go forward. It may be the United States will use more heavily the Environment Protection Agency. It may be the United States will move more forward with something that looks more like an energy bill than a climate bill. But I think that energy plus EPA is likely to take them a long way. I hope they get the cap and trade as well, because I think it would be tremendous if that could link up with Europe. But we will find out. But I think it will go forward. It will be very good if the healthcare stuff is put to bed very quickly. That you should all be campaigning for a rapid resolution to the healthcare in the United States if you want the other legislation to move forward quickly. China will be putting together its 12th five-year plan this year. Extremely important. That becomes law, and it shapes policy for the next 5 years in China. There's strong groups in China who are pushing very hard for the growth story of the future, being the low-carbon technologies. They see the opportunities worldwide, they see it as the next driver of growth, and they believe that China can do very well in that story. And I think that group is right, but it hasn't yet fully won the argument. I believe it will, but that is something that also has to play itself out. Europe, I think, has to learn to speak with one voice. One of our problems as Europe in Copenhagen is that we had some strong players, strong speakers. I think that Germany, France and the UK were pushing strongly for good results. But if you have a meeting, one person from every continent, like this 5, East Asia, South Asia, South America, North America, and Africa. USA, China, India, Brazil, South Africa. Well, who do you invite from Europe? You're not going to invite 3 people from Europe. You're not going to invite 5 people from Europe. Who are you going to invite? It's the old Henry Kissinger question. Who do you call? Yeah? And who can solve that? Only Europe. We can't ask other people to make the choice for us. We have to decide in Europe who's speaking for us. We have to decide where the competencies lie. We can do that. We did it on trade. We can do that, but that's a decision that only we in Europe can take, and that will be very important for us pulling our weight in these negotiations. We pull our weight in ideas. We pull our weight in terms of new technologies. We pull our weight in terms of the emissions trading scheme, a great innovation. We pull more than our weight. We've been the leaders, but we've got to find a way of leading in these discussions also that's coherent. That's a challenge for us, and I believe that the current leaders of Europe are very much engaged and seized of that problem. So looking forward, I see that the carbon prices will continue to be uncertain. We have to build those markets over the next 10 years, and as we build them, I think we have to attach a very strong role, perhaps stronger than we thought, to regulation and methods for risk sharing beyond the carbon price. Don't get me wrong, the carbon price is going to be fundamental, and it can also be through taxation. But we're going to build that, and we've got to make our radical changes. We've got to learn about carbon capture and storage at the same time as we build those carbon markets. So in other words, we've got to do both at the same time. We can't rely on first fixing the carbon markets and giving strong signals and expecting at the same, and then after that, expecting the progress on investment and so on. We've got to do both at the same time, and that does involve, in my view, regulation and methods of risk sharing, which I'll describe briefly.